So she said Mr. Budden was not erect. He was not masturbating. The one time that he touched his penis, he appeared to be trying to cover himself. Mr. Budden was not trying to forcibly enter your, because that's what they say, he was trying to forcibly enter my place. But the video shows me trying to put a keypad in. It looked like I had to pee. It looked like a 10-second video of me having to pee. He was out there for a total of 9 seconds, and it is for that I find, it's over for that. So, Mr. Budden, please take the necessary precautions. The order at the verdict? No.
Yeah, because he found her not guilty of it.
So I'll expound on that a little bit. Some people here know, those of you out there may not know. For a few months now, I've been having an ongoing battle with this racist couple. He's Turkish, she's Russian. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing. He's Turkish, she's Russian, she's a Karen. They have been doing all types for months in terms of just complaining about noise and the smell and seeing black people. and
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as the lewdness conversation that Joe Budden had found himself in at the top of the new year, which was an incident that went down at his apartment where he slept, walked to his neighbor's front door, got caught up on a ring, cops got called, he had to make an appearance in court about it, eventually got the situation dropped. Went away for a little bit, but now it broke into the news today that the neighbors are now filing a lawsuit on Joe Budden. And I had a link in the description for that clip in the beginning from episode 789 as I put that there to show that that was referenced in the lawsuit about him saying that they were racist and everything like that. And also they mentioned the episode back in October saying that Joe Budden had loud music playing and everything for 8 minutes. Joe Budden is being dragged into court by 2 neighbors who claim he tried to enter their place while naked and has been causing a ruckus in the building with his podcast. TMZ Hip Hop obtained a complaint filed by attorney Thomas Merigliano on behalf of John and Ulika Aksoy, who claimed Budden, his podcast co-host Melissa Ford, and the Condo Association have engaged in a campaign of intimidation and retribution after the Aksoys raised complaints about the disruption from Budden recording his highly rated podcast in the building. John and Ulika both claimed they confronted Budden about the excessive noise from the podcast and complained about Budden and smoking weed in the condo's common area, leaving ashes on the property and creating a hazardous health situation for their younger daughter. The Aksoys said they even filed a complaint with the Condo Association, leading to Budden firing back and accusing Ulika of making racially charged remarks towards him. They say Budden even doubled down and claimed to have a recording of the alleged racism. John says he called his bluff and told him to produce the audio, which they say still hasn't surfaced. The couple also cites an episode of the podcast from October 19, 2024, which they say involved the host deliberately playing loud music and simulated gunshots and sirens lasting more than 8 minutes. On the same episode, they say Joe Budden referred to Aksoys as the neighbors and dished Ulika on the podcast.
Yo, Mel is crazy.
Well, they mad at us? Them niggas, they mad at us. They mad.
Oh, that's what.
Oh.
See what I be going through in my apartment? That.
Look.
Oh, shit. Oh.
We must be right underneath someone's bedroom.
That's the one, right?
Oh, it's 1 o'clock, man.
Enough for Daddy.
All right, we can turn up.
Yeah, we can make it louder. We can turn up. Speakers go pretty loud.
Word.
Those are some loudspeakers.
They will lose this battle. All right, let them neighbors keep banging up there. I don't know if they hear it in the broadcast, but I'd give my life for the broadcast now. I'm going to go up there and write a little note.
I do have some experience in this. Y'all were laughing at me, and now you see.
Mel, you a Karen, and you need to stop. You need to get better.
Do you want my Karenism that you keep saying I have to go deal with that upstairs? Because I will.
I'm a cooler
Call
Karen.
Vern.
I'm a cooler Karen than you, though.
Told us you've been to the building, people, at
Yo,
least
she
3 or
just
4
used
times.
the word
About
long.
them.
Not
No,
when
but-
one Karen's shoulder and neck is bad.
That's even better.
You know what? That's the reason why.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't
Blame
sleep.
exactly.
Yeah.
Blame it.
They also say Budden misrepresented his alleged attempt to enter the Axoi's residence while naked on December 4th, as he joked and dismissed the incident publicly. The Axois included screenshots from a door cam they say shows a nude Budden in the hallway. Budden was subsequently temporarily barred from the condo, but they say he returned about a week later. Joe's lawyer, Nima Amory, tells TMZ Hip Hop they believe the lawsuit is a little more than a money grab attempt by a person we believe to be a racist. It seems like fans can still expect to hear the new Joe Budden audio tag until further notice. Now, with this going on, Joe Budden going to have to face it. This is not a criminal case. This is a lawsuit. And I ain't gonna lie, that picture right there, people were saying that we gonna see the photos or the video is gonna come out. I'm pretty sure Joe Budden expected this, but it was dropped in court and everything like that. He had been mentioning he had the sleepwalking issue, whatever reason or medical thing he got going on, that's him. But he came out, it affected the neighbors and things. But now they putting up the podcast episodes of him talking about them, calling them racist, him dissing them on there and everything like that. So it then went all the way left with this lawsuit. We know Joe Budden gonna respond to it and address it. Seems like it's a battle of the residents at this point, the condo people and everything else going on involved with it. So we shall see what's what. This is not a criminal case. The case got dropped in court, but on the civil side and the lawsuit and things like that, you know, people, they gonna take it there. You know, their kids was at the crib and things like that. But Joe Budden said he had himself covered up. We'll have to see how it all play out. Pretty sure it'll come out being addressed on the next episode. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all at 1000 for Shit Show. Stay on your pivot.